In this video, I'm going to share with you some of the biggest YouTube do's and don'ts if you are in real estate. Hey everybody, Katie Lance here, founder and CEO of Katie Lance Consulting, the Get Social Smart Academy, and author of the book, Get Social Smart. It's episode 291 of the Get Social Smart show, and today we are digging deep into YouTube, and I'm going to share my biggest do's and don'ts if you are in real estate and you're exploring YouTube. Let's go. Okay, when it comes to how to use YouTube for realtors, there's a lot of do's and don'ts, and we're going to cover in depth those do's and don'ts for YouTube for real estate. I want to first start with the do's. Number one, be consistent. Probably not surprising if you followed me for any period of time, but consistency is the name of the game. Just like Facebook, Instagram, or any social media platform, the key to being successful on YouTube is being consistent. So what that means is pick a day that you're going to publish content on YouTube and stick with it. For us, we publish content typically every Wednesday and Friday, but get that consistency. It makes a huge difference. It's just like when you watch your favorite TV show. You know, I am a huge Grey's Anatomy fan, and I know every Thursday night is when Grey's comes out. Now, I may not watch it every Thursday. I set my DVR, but I know it comes out every week. And as you start to publish content on YouTube, you will see that your biggest fans, people who love your content, they'll start to really notice when you're publishing content. So be consistent. YouTube favors consistency over anything. The good news is you can actually schedule your videos within YouTube. So if you watched my last video, which was all about batching content, which if you haven't watched that, we'll link that below. But if you're batching content, so if you're batching and recording 4, 5, or 6 videos all in one batch, you can actually go into YouTube and schedule those so they don't have to post right away, but be consistent. The next do is be patient. Okay, this is a big one, you guys. I have been on YouTube for years. And I have to say, when I first started on YouTube, YouTube used to be the place where I would just like put my videos when I had a video. It was kind of like the dusty library, right? Where not a lot was happening. And I think a lot of people treat YouTube that way, where you've got a bunch of videos, you're not sure what to do with them, so you put them up there. Or you start creating videos for YouTube, and after 3 or 6 months, you're like, I'm only getting 10 views, 20 subscribers, right? It can feel really frustrating. So I have to tell you, be patient. It is totally the long game with YouTube. And I know the folks on our team who help with our YouTube channel are probably smiling as I'm saying this, because it's so true. It's really a long game. And there's so many tiny things that really make a big difference. Consistency, as I said, makes a huge difference. One of the things I also talked about in my last video with batching is putting out evergreen content that's timely, that's relevant, that's not just valuable today, but it's valuable 3, 6, 12 months from now. So be patient, super, super important. Don't give up too soon. It's one of the biggest things I can tell you. My next do is be your own best promoter. This is a big one, you guys. I feel like there's this false thing that people feel like happens where you put videos on YouTube and all of a sudden like people will just come flocking to your channel. Maybe in a perfect world that happens, but what I have found is you have to be your own best promoter, which means once your videos go live, you got to tell people about it. So what I find is that there's kind of this sweet spot within the first hour or two of a video going live. When you publish a video, you want to share it in other places. So for example, we have an email database. We will share a link to our YouTube video every Wednesday when our videos come out. It's a quick email, a couple paragraphs, and a link to that video. We also have a weekly newsletter that we send out every Saturday, an email newsletter, and we include the link to our YouTube videos in those newsletters as well. We share that YouTube link to Facebook, we share it to Instagram, we share it to LinkedIn, we share it in a number of different places. I might do an Instagram story about, hey, I've got a great new video out about X, Y, and Z. Here's the link to find it on YouTube. So sharing it into multiple places, Pinterest, Twitter, wherever you're spending time. I don't think you have to be everywhere. I don't think you have to be all things to all people. But if you're active on a few different platforms, share that video. Now, even more important is share it more than once. So oftentimes I'll talk to agents and they'll say to me, I shared this video, and I'll say, how many times? Right? If you go to my Facebook channel or Instagram or any of my channels, you'll see that I share things multiple times because people don't see it the first time. That's the cold hard truth. Even your biggest fans, the people who love you the most, are not going to see your content, right? They don't see all of your content, I should say. So don't be afraid to share it more than once. If you have a new video, share it on Facebook today and then share it again 2 or 3 weeks from now, and maybe 3 months from now, and 6 months from now, right? When you get yourself into a rhythm, especially with content and using some of the great scheduling tools that are available, you can really do so in a smart way. So be your own best promoter. And also, I would encourage you to send your video one-to-one. Every time I publish a YouTube video, I always think, who are the 3 or 4 people that I could private message and say, hey, I hope you're doing well. I know we were chatting about XYZ a couple weeks ago and we just published this and I was thinking of you and I thought you might want to check it out, right? Because as I said before, look at your life as content. And as you get inspired from conversations that you have with clients, with prospects, a lot of times those conversations end up being inspiration for your videos. So why not do that one-to-one? It makes a little tiny difference. It makes a huge difference overall. Okay, let's get into the don'ts. Don't forget how important your title and description are. This is huge. You can have the best video in the world. It could be like beautifully edited. But if your title and description are empty or there's things missing, it's not going to really get a lot of exposure and it's not going to get a whole lot of traction. So your title is really important. If you have a video that says market update, if I look at it, I might go, well, what market, what city, what area, right? So if you're in San Diego, you want to be really specific. San Diego real estate market, March 2022, or whatever the date and city is, right? So be really specific. Your description is also really important in real estate. No pun intended, but your description should be a paragraph or 2. Tell me exactly what this video is all about. Think about the who, what, where, why, and how. Remember, we learned that in elementary school, and use that format when you're writing your description. And really important in your description is also a link to other videos. As you start to build your YouTube channel, you're going to have other videos that you can link to. So you can link to those in your description. Also make sure you've got your contact information. Make it easy for me to find you. You might link to your website, your phone number, your email, your other social channels as well. The next don't set it and forget it. Don't set it and forget it, right? So again, as I said earlier, sometimes YouTube becomes kind of that dusty library where we just throw videos up there, we don't do a whole lot with it. And I see this happen all the time, and I always know when it happens because I'll go to an agent's YouTube channel and I'll see a bunch of videos and they have 0 views, 0 views, 0 views, 1 view, 0 views. And I think to myself, my gosh, even you didn't even watch your own video, right? So what that tells me is you're not promoting those videos outside of YouTube, right? So we don't want to just set it and forget it. Yes, you can schedule your video content, which is awesome, but make sure once that goes live that you have a strategy in place of where that video is going to go. I like to think about, at least what are the 5 places that you can share that video? Your Facebook business page, Facebook personal profile, perhaps. Maybe you're going to do an Instagram story about it. Maybe you'll do a little Instagram post in your feed. Maybe you post it to LinkedIn. Maybe you send an email about it, right? There's lots of things as you start to brainstorm, but don't set it and forget it. The last don't is don't expect results right away. I said this earlier, but you've got to be patient. You can't, jump into YouTube, publish 6 or 10 videos and go, well, where are all the leads, right? It is really the long game. And the more you start publishing content on YouTube, the better you're going to get. The better you're going to get with your descriptions, the better you're going to get with your video editing, the better you're going to understand the back end of YouTube and, how to upload a thumbnail and how to do some of the keywords and some of the advanced things that a lot of folks will do after they've been on YouTube for a while. But be patient. Just know that it takes a little bit of time, just like anything, but I can tell you from experience, it is incredibly worth it. YouTube is the #2 search engine in the world. It's owned by Google. And so when you put out relevant content, especially about real estate, your market area, and your community, you are more likely to show up in those Google searches, especially if you start to publish content consistently over the course of time. As I always say, social media is a marathon, not a sprint. All right, I would love to hear from you. Do you have a YouTube channel? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments below, and I would actually love to check out your YouTube channel. So if you have a YouTube channel, drop a link to your YouTube channel in the comments. I would love to check it out and see what you're creating over on YouTube. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button and the bell button because we have new videos that come out each and every week and you're not going to want to miss out. And lastly, if you're thinking, oh my gosh, I really do need to get a handle on my YouTube strategy, I would love for you to download our free YouTube workbook for real estate. Go to katielance.com/YouTube workbook. It'll ask for your name and email, put that in, and then we're gonna send you our comprehensive YouTube guide for real estate. All right, my friends, I can't wait to see what you create on YouTube. Again, like and comment below, and we'll see you on YouTube. Bye for now.